Okay, this week's video is another bit of the Yorkshire navigation. Not that that's what we're on. There you go. As you keen-eyed people turn around and go, that's not it. It's too narrow. Well, that's one to come. So this week's is the last few bits of the South Yorkshire navigation. From Sprotborough to Keadby, and I think some of the Trent,
yes,
the River Trent. Yeah. While Tash is concentrating. While Tash is concentrating, tillering us and steering us up this bit of canal, because it's very, very narrow and very, very shallow. I was going to say deep then. It's not. It's shallow. But that's another bit of rambling. So, yeah. So we've got from Sprotborough to Keadby, the River Trent.
Being chased by the fuel boat.
Fuel boat chasing. No, being chased by the fuel boat. New gates. Yes. New gates. They're on the back of a boat. Watch out for them. I'm sure that'll be an interesting bit.
Yeah,
at Thorn, we're giving the whole lot away before you actually get to watch it, so you won't have to watch it. Please do subscribe and like, hit the buttons if you like, and then please don't tell us off for our mooring rope on the tiller pin. We've had a few of them. It's just one of them preferences, individual preferences, but there'll be more about that bit of learning as time goes by. So enjoy. See you in a bit.
Goodbye to Sprotborough for us today. We've got lots of happy memories here. Spent our first New Year together on the boat here a couple of years ago, and we're heading off onto the River Don now and making our way up towards Thorn to get through the lock before it closes. This is Doncaster Lock in the town centre. Just come off of the River Don, coming from Sprotborough into the lock, and then it goes under the railway bridge, and then just down further is Doncaster city centre moorings, which we'll go past once we go out of the lock. Long Sandal Lock we're coming into now. We're going to find somewhere to moor up the other side, use the shower, rubbish facilities, recycling, stay here for a couple of hours. Paul's going to ride back to Sprotborough and pick the van up, and then we're going to leave the van here and go on up to Thorn, and then he'll ride back from Thorn to here again to get the van again. It's part of leapfrogging the vehicle, planning where we're going to go and where we can leave it in the meantime. So we didn't manage to stop at Long Sandal as planned. There was a volunteer lock keeper here who let us into the lock, and we missed the visitor moorings on the top left hand side as we went in, so we carried on to Barnby Dun and stopped there instead. This is the start of our adventures properly. We're on a new piece of water now. We've only done once before when we brought the boat from Cheshire to Sheffield in December 2019. So we've gone beyond the furthest we've been over the last couple of years. On the New Junction Canal we're on now, aren't we?
No.
No?
We're on the River Dun navigation.
Right, okay.
Going by the book.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Very cold day today, well wrapped up, but it is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So this is Barnaby Dun Lift Bridge, just going to go and get it open so we can go through it. So we knew the fuel boat was going to be coming back up the canals today because it had gone down past us at Sprotborough yesterday. So we left nice and early this morning to try and beat it up the canal. By the time we got to Barnaby Dun, it had caught us up. So we were moored in a nice wide stretch of canal so we could go past. Didn't cause too much of us hitting the sides before Paul rowed back to Sprotborough to pick the van up, and then we could carry on further up towards Thorn. Although the fuel boat had passed us many times, we really realised how big it was this time as it went past, being so close. This is Bramwith Lock. Haven't done a manual lock for ages, and all the electric ones. This is on the Staniforth and Keeby Canal, new piece of canal to us. Just waiting for the lock to fill so Paul can bring the boat in. Hailstorm's gone over for now, but it's still looking very black over there, so I'm not convinced we won't have another one. Good opportunity to see lots of different sizes and shapes of boats moored on the Staniforth and Keeby Canal. This is Bramwith Swing Bridge. Barriers are going down across the road. Instructions are in front of us here. You just have to hold your finger on the button until the bridge is open. And now it's swinging round. Paul goes on the boat.
Oh, thank you very much, swing bridge operator.
Day's cruising we've done for a long time. We left Sprotborough at about 9 o'clock this morning, stopped at Barnby Dun Bridge for lunch for a couple of hours and Paul to go back and get the van, and now we're just arriving at Stanley Marina where Thorn Lock is, which is closing on Monday. So we're going to moor here tonight and then we're going to go through Thorn Lock tomorrow before we have family arrive for a social weekend. We've had a real mix of weather today. We had some really horrible sleet and hail earlier, and then we've had some beautiful sunshine. We've just lost the temperature a bit again now because it's getting late. It's about 5:45, I think, but at least we've got some sunshine to end the day with, and hopefully we'll get away with chopping a bit of wood up as well whilst we're here, because we need some wood for the weekend because it's going to continue cold apparently. This is where we were meant to be blacking the boat. We're now not blacking it here because they've got issues with their gates and their dry dock. But we're just going to stop here overnight and, like I say, move through the lock tomorrow morning. There's an Aldi close by we can walk to, get some supplies and have a relaxing evening after a day on the go. As we left Stanley Marina after mooring there, you could see all the new lock gates have been brought in on the workboats, ready for the lock closing on Monday. They were replacing both sets of gates, as well as doing some work on the steps and some leaky walls that there are on the lock too, apparently.
Oh, we all right?
So you can see how leaky and battered these gates are and why they're having to shut the lock for such a long period of time to replace them. Because obviously having very leaky gates makes it very difficult managing water levels in the canals as well. These ladders also have some work done on them to make the footing deeper, to make them safer to use whilst they're doing the work on the lock this time as well. Thank you.
Thanks very much. You'll probably see us in a bit anyway. I'll walk back and walk back. See you in a bit. Alright, take it easy.
This was the first of many swing bridges between Stannerlands and Keadby. This one was quite temperamental. It was a pedestrian path over the top and the gates don't lock in very well for you to be able to open the bridge. So just be aware if you're doing it, it can be a bit of a fiddly one to do. Always good to see the wind turbines working. Sustainability. As you can hear, it was a very windy day. This was another swing bridge and Paul had a few challenges trying to get the boat back out from the mooring again. The wind just kept blowing it back towards the side as he was trying to come through the bridge. Bit gusty. Here's our first sighting of the power station at Keadby. Paul's filling in our journal. We'll try and do it each day. It's a good way of remembering what we've done. Gives us things to look back on, and if we're going to do something again in the future, can see any problems we've encountered first time. So we're at Keadby Lock, Wednesday. Coming out of the lock just there where that crane is. Going down this way. Past where that boat is, down under that bridge. It doesn't look as daunting as I expected it to be, but it is low tide at the moment. So we'll come and have another look tomorrow when tide's up and see what it looks like then too. I've just been off to see the lock keeper, ready to have a chat with for tomorrow. And here is the riverside of Keadby Lock, coming out from those lock gates in the morning. It's high tide at the moment, and it's this time tomorrow we'll be doing it. It won't be quite as much of a high tide tomorrow. And heading down that way towards West Stockwith. I have to say, we are quite nervous. It's the first time we've done it, but we're in good hands. Got a friend coming with us who's done it before, again with another boat who's done it before. So I'm sure it'll be fine, but you can see how fast the water's going. Don't know if you can see it, but those docks there are just getting taken down the river with the tide. Big day's arrived and we're moving down the canal, waiting for the swing bridge to open so we can get into Keadby Lock. So here we go, setting off down towards the lock at Keadby to get on the Trent. Got our friends Dan and Jane with us. Paul's on the tiller. The wind has settled. Nervous excitement, I think. Certainly on our part, because we haven't done it before. You've done it before, haven't you?
Yeah. Take it easy. Wow.
If we straighten up again, it'll be alright.
Current tension. Aye, okay. We didn't drop that far, did we?
No. We'd like to thank thank Susan Hill, one of our followers, for kindly taking this footage of us as we went past her on the bank. We really didn't realise how fast we were going. It didn't feel as fast as it looks in this piece of footage, but obviously with the tide it was quite rapid. This piece of footage was taken on the Narrowboat next to us, in front of us.
Oh my god.
There was immense relief as we entered the safety of the lock.
No, he's
And then
doing
Kit
very
and Carol
well.
came in safely next to us too. They both did really well with no bump of the sides, which most people do.
So we hope you enjoyed that. It's a beautiful day today. On the Chesterfield now.
Sorry, I'm concentrating.
Okay,
All right.
let you off. It's very shallow here, so we need to make sure we stay in the middle so we don't ground ourselves.
Otherwise we crash.
So that was our final bit down to West Stockwith, getting off the Trent. If you're going to do the Trent, just do as much research as you can. There is a good group called the Trent Link Safe group on Facebook, and they've got a website as well. I'll put the link below. Really helpful, really worth pulling on their resources if you're planning a trip to make sure you're safe when you go down the Trent. And next time we'll start taking you along the Chesterfield with us, which, as you can see from the background, is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, taster of what's to come.
Yeah. So
Beautiful.
we'll also put the link below for the journal that we write each day, because that's really useful for looking back on when you're going to revisit things as well. So have a good week. Please don't forget, like and subscribe below if you haven't done already. Help us grow the channel. And we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.